Hello, ladies. Welcome to Pearls and Grace. I pray that you all are doing well today. I am sending you love, prosperity, abundance, and divine health. So, if you are new, welcome. And thank you to all my returning subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today is going to be another episode of A Cup of Comfort. And what A Cup of Comfort is it is a weekly devotion that I share with you all, and we just partake in a warm drink or your drink of choice, and we just sit back and we relax and we just enjoy the word of God. And so this cup of comfort is going to be, the drink of choice is moon milk. And moon milk is a relaxing, nurturing drink. And it's filled with herbs. As you can see in the picture here, it's just filled with herbs that are good for your body, and just filled with lots of antioxidants, and it's just really going to put you in a relaxed state, and it's just really going to help soothe your nerves, your anxiety, and it's a great drink to have before bed. So I chose to use almond milk, and almond milk is high in vitamin D. And the recipe also calls for lemon balm. And I grew some lemon balm over the summer in my garden, and I decided to dry it out, and that's what I will be using. And lemon balm is good for reducing stress and anxiety, and it also helps promote sleep. The recipe also calls for chamomile, and chamomile is good for your heart. It reduces anxiety, and it's also good for your immune system. And it calls for thyme, and thyme is full of vitamin C and potassium. And I'm going to add honey. The recipe called for maple syrup. I'm going to add honey because honey is rich in antioxidants. So let's get started making our moon milk. Okay, now that we have made our moon milk, our cup of comfort, now let's talk about cultivating a space where you can relax. And the title of today's devotional is A Moment of Silence. And so as you can see here in my bedroom, I have created me a reading nook, a place where I can grab me a good book, cuddle up on my chase there, grab my quilt, have a nice warm drink, prop my feet up, light my lantern, and just relax. Just relax. It feels amazing, and you may not have a space that you can do that. But another thing that I did was right before I soaked in the tub in a nice bubble bath with some Epsom salt to help any muscle tension, to just kind of help your body to relax. And so I will advise you, and if you do not have a tub, another great thing that you could do is get you some eucalyptus at your grocery store and hang it from your shower, and then it just gives you a nice aroma. It's uplifting. It helps with your sinuses, your breathing, and that's something else that you can do. And if you're not a reader, there's, audibles that you can listen to. There's, great movies that you can listen to. Anything that is going to help you relax, I advise you to do it. And just let your children know, your husband know, whomever, that you're just going to take a moment to gather your thoughts, to pray, close your eyes, and meditate. And you just let your family members know that you just really need this time for yourself. And I just think it's a beautiful thing. As women, as mothers, as wives, it's very important that we pour back into ourselves and we just take that moment of silence. Today's devotional will be coming from Tea Time with God. It says heartwarming insights to refresh your spirit. I love this little treasure that I found. I think I found it at the thrift store. If not, there is a place called Thrift Books that has some amazing deals online, so feel free to check them out. I order a lot of my books there. So let's get started. A moment of silence. The God of peace be with you all. Romans 15:33. It reads, the marriage is going through one of its trying times. The kids are having trouble in school. There's too much month left at the end of the money. The roof of the house has developed an untraceable leak. The boss is making impossible demands. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could run away from home just for a little while? A man named Alex was having difficulties similar to the ones listed above. His first inclination was to call his good friend Peter late one afternoon. During a walk around the lake, he poured out his heart and shared his pain with the person he knew he could trust. What did Peter say while Alex unburdened himself? Almost nothing. He knew he couldn't wave a magic wand and solve Alex's problems. And he was also wise enough to know that in some situations, saying very little is a better healing balm than empty words of sympathy. For Alex, spending a short time with a friend who simply listened was all the therapy he needed. When Alex ran out of words, Peter's silence helped him to find a silence of his own. And some of the peace and quiet and stillness he so deeply, so desperately needed. He also learned a lesson that day, how to listen to the people in his life. The American philosopher Eugene Kennedy has said, we can master the art of being quiet in order to be able to hear clearly what others are saying, to cut off the garbled static of our own preoccupations, to give to people who want our quiet attention. Thoughtful silence can help us find solutions, or it can simply remind us that for some heartaches, there are no words to express the pain or provide a quick end to the suffering. Better than words is the love of God and His never-ending compassion, characteristics expressed through His willing to listen to His children. What a wonderful story. That story reminded me of a situation that happened last week when I was at the doctor's office with my son. The receptionist, I see her every other week when we go, but we had never officially met or anything, but we're always, just kind of smiling and greeting each other. Well, on this particular Thursday, we go in. She calls us up, and I noticed that she has on this necklace. And I recognized the necklace because it's the same exact necklace that my daughter had gifted me when my grandmother passed away. This necklace is just so dear to me. And inside the necklace, there is a picture of my grandmother. So I told the receptionist, I said, I love your necklace. My daughter gave me the same necklace when my grandmother passed away. And she said, yes, I got this necklace when my son passed away. And I just began to, just feel her pain. And what's strange about this is a couple of weeks ago, I was out shopping at the store at one of the thrift stores, and I got ready to check out. And at the counter, there was a brochure that was talking about grief counseling. I picked up the brochure, and I was like, and I put the brochure back down. And I left, and fast forward to on my drive Thursday to the hospital. While I'm driving down to the hospital, I just got a vision of the brochure. I thought it was odd at the time, but now I know that when me and the receptionist got to speaking, I was telling her about my situation. She was telling me about her son. My eyes just began to swell up in tears, and I just felt sadness all over again. And she told me that maybe I should go to grief counseling. And I told her, I said, you're right. I said, a couple of weeks ago, I saw a brochure, but I didn't pay it any mind. And I believe that this is my confirmation that God is telling me that it's okay for me to go. And she expressed to me how it has really been helping her, and how she recommended a book for me to read. And, as I expressed to her what happened with my grandmother, she was in complete silence. She just listened. As my eyes just swelled up with tears and they're rolling down my face, and we're in the hospital lobby, she listened. She was a shoulder at that time. She didn't know me. She just listened. And then she shared with me what happened with her son and how she didn't have closure because there's just so many unanswered questions. And I just listened. And it was just so powerful, that the power that silence can have when someone is hurting, when someone just needs a shoulder, when someone just needs someone to talk to. It was very powerful. She gave me a hug, and it was just amazing. And so a moment of silence is very important, whether you need the silence for yourself, you need to steal away from the noise for yourself, or whether you have a loved one that just needs someone to talk to and they just need to listen. So it's very important that we pour into ourselves, because we never know when we're going to have an encounter as such, and someone is going to need us, or we're going to need someone. So as you can see here, this is a necklace, and that is my beautiful guardian angel, my grandmother, and this is us. So ladies, thank you for tuning in, and just remember to take the time to find a moment of silence. And if you would like to support this channel and maybe get me a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, there will be a link in the description and also in the comment section that you can click. And I want to say thank you. Until next time, be blessed.